beautiful diamond, secret diamond, Kari Schneider. Kari, are you with us?
I am. Kimberly, can you hear me okay?
I can. Take it away, beautiful.
Fantastic. Well, welcome everyone tonight to the Women Zoom call, Facebook Live. We're excited to have y'all here. I know for those of you who are the first time here, we want to welcome all the new women. This is exciting for us because once a month, we have these Zoom calls and we invite some of the leadership, some amazing women to come on and especially share some of their stories, some of the tips and techniques and what they're doing to build their business. So those of you who don't know me, I am one of the twins. They call us the twins, but it's just me tonight. It's Kari. My twin and I are completely opposite. I love to talk. I love to be in front of people. I love to teach and train, and she's more the behind the scenes. So we get along very, very well, but we love what we do. And so we have been in the industry for 15 years. Been able to build an incredible business in the industry, and being a part of Secret has been really exciting for us. And so as we have travel and as we have nutrition and as we have our skincare, we are absolutely so excited to be able to do what we do. So tonight, for those of you that are on for the first time or been with us, we have two amazing women. And what we want to do is, I'm going to bring one of them on, and then I'll bring the next one on, how the flow goes. And I'm just going to interview them, and we're going to hear a little bit about how they built their business, some of the things that they've done, some of the experiences that they've gone through, because maybe you're at a time in your life right now where you're just starting your business, and maybe you want to see, well, what is it that I need to do to really get my business going? Maybe you've been with Secret for a while, and maybe this is a step to help you get to that next level or maybe that next rank. So whatever it is, we're all about the community. We're about being together as women, and more importantly, empowering women to be able to just be better, to be able to do better. I believe that women have the personality, I believe, and the energy, the feminine energy to be able to be so successful in the networking business. So without too much of me talking, because it's not about me tonight, but I am going to here, let me make sure I have my views on correctly. Okay, make sure my lighting's all right. Okay, I think we're okay. If you can't see me, if you can't hear me, please let me know, because I just want to make sure I'm good. Hey, everybody, welcome. So give us a shout out where you're from, whether you're on Facebook. I got a couple screens here too, Facebook or Zoom. Say hello, give a shout out where you're from before we start. All right, I know we've got Elevate coming up next week, which was obviously our next big training. So those of you that are registered, whether it's virtually or whether it's in person, we look forward to seeing you there. Of course, if you're physically going to be there, if not, virtually, get your ticket so you can be there virtually and enjoy everybody. Los Angeles, welcome. All right. So I'm excited to bring on our first person, and I've known her for quite a few years, but really have a chance to get to know her really recently, which she's a dynamic lady. Some of you may have heard of her. She's a platinum in the company. Nadine, she is from Atlanta, Georgia. She is a wife and a mother. She is an educator and an international best-selling author. She's an integrative clinician, and she's the founder of 2 nonprofits. And she, I didn't even know this about her, but she enjoys ballroom dancing, and she does it on a competitive level for fun. That is super cool. That's one of the coolest things that I learned about you, Nadine. And then she has built her business globally for 9 years, and she continues to help people look better, feel better, and experience the world. So I just absolutely am so excited to have you on the call. Nadine out of Atlanta. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I can see you.
I can see you and hear you. Great. Thanks, Kari, for inviting me on. It's exciting to be here with you guys.
Awesome. Well, first of all, Nadine, I got to tell you, I think I know where all the product went. I'm just playing with you. Man,
I told you about that. That was a group team effort.
I know, but you know what? This is like be a product of the product, and you have the product, you use the product. So I already know that just being on the Zoom with you right now. So, well, we're excited to have you. Why don't you share with everybody? Tell us a little bit about, where you're from, a little bit about your background, maybe a quick intro on you.
Sure. Yeah, well, I've spent 35 years in Atlanta, Georgia. I did grow up in New York. I'm a New York Italian. I taught kindergarten and second grade for 10 years. I did spend some time as a sales manager for Lancome Luxury Cosmetics. Currently, I'm an integrative health clinician and counselor. I specialize in addictions, and I'm a published author, as Kari mentioned. I'm the founder of 2 nonprofits. And I've had a very successful for-profit, in now called Secret, for the past 9 years, that supports the 2 nonprofits, which is super cool and super important. I'm a wife and a mother of a bunch of kids, and 2, well, they're all adults now, and 2 awesome little fur babies. And yes, I do enjoy ballroom dancing, because in my for-profits and my my for-profit and my 2 nonprofits, I'm always in hunter, go mode. So I had to do something to balance out the feminine side. And I chose to do ballroom dancing, and I absolutely love it.
That's fantastic. I know growing up, I was a dancer and a cheerleader, but I didn't ever try ballroom dancing. So I think I'm going to have to at least take a class or something. That just is so cool. So tell us, how did you get involved in the industry?
Okay, that's a great question. So health and wellness industry, I kind of grew up in that industry with my parents. Skincare, I've always just loved the whole skincare thing, but I think you're really asking about the network marketing industry. And honestly, I have no previous network marketing experience. In 2012, there was a issue where a door had closed on a job I was doing. And my husband and I decided to take the day, just a day trip down to South Georgia. And so we received a phone call from one of his colleagues in real estate, Rob Campbell. And Rob called and said, "Hey, Pete, remember me? I got to show you this great project we're working on." This is 9 years ago. And my husband was like, "I don't know, Rob." And I said, "Wait a second. I had just watched this Louise Hay video. I had just said these affirmations. If a door had just closed in my life, I am open to anything right now. I want to hear all about it." So that's how I was introduced to the industry of network marketing, is through Rob Campbell telling my husband about it. And for the past 9 years, it's completely changed our lives.
That's fantastic, Nadine. So I know we talked a little bit about this before the call, but we were talking about mindset, and what's your mindset towards overcoming difficult situations or challenges? I know this was something new for you, getting started in the industry. So maybe share with us about the mindset, a little bit about the mindset with this.
Sure. Honestly, I was ready for an adventure, and I had positioned my mind with the affirmations and that kind of stuff. I was ready for something new. But something that I wasn't ready for was the trauma that I went through with my son. My son struggled with an opiate use disorder. In layman's terms, we're going to say an IV heroin user. He had a heroin addiction. And this was really traumatic for me as a mom. And if any of you ladies out there have any loved ones struggling with addiction, you know how challenging and traumatic that can be, especially when you brought your kids up in a good home and they're, and then this happens and it's like, what's going on? So, one thing I've learned is when you go through trauma, and I treat a lot of my clients with this, is something called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. However, Dr. Daniel Amen has recoined a new phrase called PTG. This stands for post-traumatic growth. And 10% of the population, when they go through trauma, actually experienced this post-traumatic growth. So I wrote a book that kind of tells the whole story. So you can read the story if you want. It's Hope Dealers, the Calling, the Struggles, the Breakthrough, and the Community of Believers. And I think it's that last part in the subtitle that has really helped my mindset through challenges, is surrounding yourself around a supportive network, staying close to the campfire and seeking mentors who've been through the same struggle successfully and learning from them. For example, this network marketing journey, Jefferson Santos is one of my mentors, my main mentor. And, he went through the struggle and he came through successful. So I'm going to follow exactly what he did. Katie Catlow, she's awesome. I've had an issue with releasing some extra weight on me. So I find someone who's been successful with the weight challenge. So Katie is mentoring me there. Dave and Yvette Uloa, they've been amazing mentors with marriage and relationships. So I find those who are successful and I follow suit with them. The second thing that's helped my mindset get through challenges is serving others. And I speak a lot about it in my book, but when we were mainly in the travel industry, we had these voluntourism dream trips, and I'm sure we'll have some more again. But when I found out my son was struggling with a heroin addiction, I knew that life had really thrown me a lemon. Okay. Now, my son's not a lemon by any means. My son is amazing, fantastic person, but the situation was a lemon. So what do you do with this? I'm starting this new business, a new entrepreneur. My son's got a heroin addiction. Oh my God. What do you do? So I decided to take this lemon of a situation to make lemonade. So what we did is took several of those who were struggling with addiction and brought them as a group to Guatemala on one of our volunteerism trips. And we provided a pathway for them to serve. Right? We built a school in Guatemala for underprivileged villages. And so this became our therapeutic out of the box recovery project that started our nonprofit. And by serving, it helped people come back in touch with connection and purpose. And that really helps with the mindset for sure. So giving, serving, loving, my faith has gotten me through my challenges. My foundational belief has always been that love always wins. You can love your way through anything because love always wins. And one thing that Jefferson Santos always said, and our mentor Wayne also, they've always said the only way through is through. When you're going through hell, don't stop and pitch a tent. So that has been the mindset that's really gotten me through the challenges.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I know mindset is a big thing in this industry. And as you built your business, tell us, I know there's a lot of different training events, obviously, that we have. We have Elevate coming up. And so tell us a little bit why you feel it's important to get plugged into the training system and the trainings that we have, especially Elevate, obviously, coming up.
Absolutely. Well, first was we don't want to miss our big first event with Secret. So that's awesome. But as I previously mentioned, staying around the campfire. You do it whether you feel like it or not. You just know that staying around the campfire is the choice for the pathway to better health in your mind, in your business, and everything. And also training. If you're going to spend the money and time, if you're going to invest in starting a business, respect your decision and treat this like a real business. If you're a physician, you're not going to just go in and perform surgery on someone without the training. God, I hope you don't. So it's the same thing. Respect the decision that you made, respect yourself, and treat it as a real business and get the training you need to get. And be open-minded for the things that you wouldn't expect, that will surprise you every time. What has it done for my business? training, and I know Elevate will do it because every training's done it. It's been a B12 shot for my business. It's been the glue. It's been the pixie dust, the secret sauce to long-term sustainability. That's why our team is still here 9 years later.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree with you on that one. Training is one of our favorite things, especially the big events, especially Elevate, which is, obviously it's the international convention event. People will be streaming in live, or will be streaming live, and then we'll have people in person. But for the ladies on the call tonight, I know a lot of people some are brand new, just starting their business. Some have been building their business. What are some of the things that you're doing to build your business? Maybe there's some tips that you're doing that you could share with the ladies on the call.
Okay, sure. I would say the biggest tip is to serve others, your customers and your business partners, right? So both. So with your customers, be genuine in I truly assess their needs. Like if Darlene says, hey, my son has problematic skin, he's got acne, my first inclination is to say, well, what if I could show you a way to help him with that? We've got this mineral peeling gel and mud soap that a lot of people really find helpful. So I really try to serve them according to their needs. Now with my business partners, I have to remember the difference between the abundant mindset and the scarcity mindset, right? The scarcity mindset says every man for himself. The abundant mindset says there's enough for all of us, right? So my mind is not thinking, how can I get this sale? How can I get that sale? It's how can I get Jackie to get her first sale? How can I help Jenny hit bronze? How can I get Nikki to bronze? And then how much more can we do to get to Royale and then silver? How can I get Sabrina to Royale? Wait a second. If I help Cynthia get to mission 3, that helps Stacy get to bronze, which helps Kim get to Royale, which helps April get to silver. Wow, let's do this as a team. So I end up being, our business ends up being indirectly affected. But I have to stay 5 steps ahead and be thinking about others and how can I help them succeed. And I also attend, I attend the trainings and I encourage my team attend the trainings for the reason that I shared before. But another thing I've really learned, a great tool out of my toolbox is something that Eloa really helped me learn. I ask the question. The question is, does this serve? Short-term relief versus long-term purpose and goal. Yes, watching this movie or sleeping in later gives me short-term pleasure, but is it an action or behavior that serves my long-term goal or purpose? It's same with, eating those yummy junk foods, alcohol addiction, shopping addiction, weight loss, any goal. Just ask the question, does this action serve the greater purpose? Will this get me to Ruby, right? So
great
that's what I
tips.
do.
Great tips. Thank you. So I know you have some favorite products, maybe that you could share if you have any, certain ones or, a couple favorite. I know it's hard to pick just one, but if you have a few of your favorites, we'd love to hear what those are.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So many. I won't even get into the hair, but okay, let's see. What did I pull? Okay. My Bio Shield Complex Beauty Sleep Mask. Oh my goodness. And it comes with the little spoon, right? And it's like a pink jelly in the jar. And I love this stuff. I put it on in the evening after I do my whole BioShield regimen and I get to sleep in it. And when I wake up in the morning, my face is so soft, like silk. It's amazing. And then, okay, my other favorite, Matt Morris has renamed the Revive Face Serum. He has renamed it Liquid Silk. It's an awesome primer if you wear makeup. It's a great primer, but also it's just liquid silk. Matt couldn't have named it better. But I will say my most favorite and probably most important is my Greens in Recovery. This has changed my life. This has gotten me off of all stimulants. Well, me personally, it could treat anyone differently, but for me personally, it's helped me get through all the day, all the activities I do through the day, all the way into the evening with my ballroom dancing. So Oh my goodness. Thank God for these two. Don't anybody ever take these. And just, you can see over on the shelf, we're not running out anytime soon. I have to make sure I have those in stock. So those are my favorites out of all of them.
Well, I have to tell you, I love them all, what you just shared. And I am almost out of my beauty mask. Like, I didn't realize how amazing that was. And I put it on at night, and I literally wake up and I swear my lines have diminished and I don't have any lines anymore and I have no puffiness. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I have been using that, and I wasn't using it as much. I was just doing it like once a week, but now I use it at least, actually I do it 3 or 4 times a week. So I'm a little bit over excessive, but I mean, hey, that's the way we are. All right. So, as we wrap up here for your section here, why don't you just share any encouraging words or anything you want to leave the women with tonight, or any inspiring things to help them take their lives to the next level with, personal or business or whatever it might be.
Okay, sure. A couple things I can say is, work on yourself so that when obstacles in life present themselves, you'll become the person who's known for healthy responses, as opposed to the person who continually reacts with unhealthy actions and behaviors. So work on yourself. Another thing is always assume the best in others. Another tip is give, serve, and love. And finally, I'm going to close with my final tip here is pay attention, stay excited, and never, ever, 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 ever quit. So that's it.
Pay attention, get excited, and never quit. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time, Nadine. We appreciate you. Everybody give a round of applause, a shout out. Whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on Zoom, Nadine is absolutely amazing. We appreciate you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you, at the next big event, or especially on a beach somewhere around the world very, very soon. So
thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
All right, we're not done yet. All right, we have one more amazing lady that I'm excited to bring on also. So as we get ready to bring her on, if you're in the chat, you can actually if you're on Facebook, you can put in live, put an L if you're watching this live. If you're an R, type replay. Is something that we actually love to be able to jump on these women events to help inspire women to really help build our business to the next level. And, for me, starting in this industry, we were $50,000 in debt. We didn't have a lot of money. And so we were looking for a way to make an income stream. We wanted residual income. We wanted to make more money. And so if it's something for you, people get started for different reasons, whether it's more of a community, whether it's to have fun, or it's to meet more people. For us, we wanted to make more money, and we were willing to put effort in to be able to make something happen and build a business. And so as I talked to this next lady I'm bringing on, she was absolutely amazing. I'm very excited for her to share her story and some of the things and experiences that she's had, because one of the biggest things is helping women financially to create an income stream so we can do what we want, buy what we want, have what we want, do what we want. I love to go shopping, a lot of other things too. But more importantly, helping people financially change their lives. So this lady I'm going to bring on, awesome. I can see you, Nicole. Nicole is a diamond, and Nicole Humphreys is out of Hinton, Alberta, Canada. She is a wife and a mom of 3, and she's been in secret, listen, since December 30th of 2012. That's a while back, right? But that's exciting because I love about what we're about to hear. And this is her first and forever company. So I'm excited to bring on, let me make sure you can unmute yourself, Nicole, make sure we can hear you. All right, Nicole Humphreys, everybody give it up in the chat. Give her some love all the way from Canada. Woo!
Hi, Kari. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me on tonight. I absolutely love this group, the idea behind it, women empower, women empowering others. And so when I was asked to be on, there was no way that I would say no, because it is something that I truly, truly believe in. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're excited to have you on, and I know the women are absolutely going to love you. Like I got to love, like adore you on the phone when we were talking. Super excited to meet you when we're in person one day. But why don't you share with everybody, just a little bit about an intro about yourself, a little bit about your background, so we can get to know who you are.
You bet. So first of all, there's probably a lot of you out there that can relate to my story. I am the kind of person that did everything society tells you to do. I went to school, I got good grades, I earned scholarships, I went on to university, I graduated, I came out, and I devoted my life to a company for 5 years. After 5 years, I asked for a raise, and instead I got fired. So I realized that job security is really not as secure as we're led to believe. So then, I'm kind of lost, don't know what to do. So I went to work in the road construction field because I heard the income was great, but what I quickly found out is that the life was non-existent. I was working 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week for 6 to 7 months out of the year. So I had a lot of money, but I had no time to spend it. I knew there had to be something better out there, but I didn't know where to look because nobody ever teaches you that, right? Society tells you, go to school, get good grades, do all of that. And that's what I did, and it didn't work. When it comes to secret, I wasn't looking for anything. I had had a baby. I couldn't even figure out how I was going to get into the shower, let alone how I would run an international business, but call it sleep deprivation, call it whatever it was. I took a phone call. I listened to my sister. I listened to Tracy Zimmer, who's a red diamond in secret. And I realized, why not? Maybe this was going to be something that I could do where I could stay home with my children. And I can say that that decision that I made on December 30th of 2012 changed my life because my kids have never seen the inside of a daycare. Today my daughter actually broke her arm at school. I got a phone call, had to go pick her up at the hospital for hours. And it's something that never would have been possible if I hadn't had an open mind. So that's how I got here.
That's fantastic. I know you were one of the first people to get started in secret. And, you were telling me a little bit how you got started. Share with me a little bit more on, how you got involved in the industry and with secret too. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, yeah.
Okay. So first of all, when it comes to getting started in secret, like I said, I was really sleep deprived, and I took that phone call and I didn't really know what to do. But I had tried some products and I knew they were amazing, right? So I knew that the products we had, and just so you guys know, back in 2012, the product range was nothing compared to what you guys have now. So be grateful, be thankful for everything. If you're just getting started today, for everything that we have. But one thing we had was the clarifying mud mask. And I took it to a friend's house. She was an esthetician because I was scared to put a mask on my face. I didn't really know what I was doing. And we took it off, and we were feeling our skin. It was so soft. I literally grabbed the box. I was like, I gotta go. I ran to my car, called my sister, and I said, remember that you said there was like a business or something? I don't know what just happened to my skin. Sign me up with the biggest kit. So then here I was, started a business. I'm on the other side of the country from where my family lives. There's not a single secret agent around. Nobody I can reach out to for help besides on a phone call. But I have nobody that can come and help me share the products, nobody that can come and show me anything or be there with me to do a launch party or anything like that. I'm on my own. So what do? Don't do what I did. You know what I did? I took my box and I hid it in my closet for 2 months. I put it away because I was so scared. And that's one thing that I know that a lot of women do is we put this fear into ourselves that maybe we can't do this. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we can't get out there and start sharing yet. We get a little nervous. And we also get to the point where we go, I have to take care of the kids. I have to clean the house. This is just a side business. I got to keep it on the side type thing. So anyway, don't do what I did. But when I did finally get started and sharing with people, what I realized is that this business builds itself. And I don't mean that if you don't go into somebody's house, they're just going to come knocking on your door looking for a secret. What I mean is when you go out and you share the products, people are going to have the exact same experience that you did. When I tried the mask, I ran to the car. I left that because I was scared that my esthetician friend might want to sign up first. So I had to get to the car first, right? So I signed up, and when I go to the parties and I put the products on people, they have that same experience. They try the products, they're going, I'm in. Because we've all shared about, a great place that we've gone for a dinner, a movie we've seen, all of that. People know that there's an incredible business behind this. But the one piece of advice that I can say is it's not going to build itself. The products, I've been here since 2012. Not once have they grown legs and walked into somebody else's house. Not once, would you believe, in this entire time, somebody has knocked on my door and said, hey, I think you've got a great opportunity. Do you think you could share it with me? Not once. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, did you guys lose me there?
No, I think the internet went out just a second. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, may have been my internet. I'm sorry if it was. So I got that very end of what you said. So tell me, you know, I know that you've been to the training events, the bigger events that the company has had. You know, share with us why it's so important, and especially with your experience in building the business and from being with the company, you know, since you have been, why is it so important that people get to the bigger events and the trainings?
So for this, I'll tell you another story because I am great at making mistakes. And if there's one thing that you guys can learn from me, is to not make these same mistakes, right? So if you're living in my shoes or in the same head that I was in 8 years ago, I'm going to tell you to get out of there. So here's what I did. I didn't attend the events because I thought, you know what? The company's going to share the information with me. They're still going to put it in the back office. I'm going to be able to read if there's a promotion or a new product that comes out. I can do that. Why should I spend this money to go to a convention? You know, I know that my uplines, my, you know, line of sponsorship, whoever it is, the leadership groups that I'm working with, they're going to share some of the information with me because if they know if I win, they win too, right? So I thought, I don't need to go. And guess what happened to my business? It didn't really go either. I'm not telling you I didn't get customers and I didn't have agents, but it was like, you know, you get one here, maybe another month later, you get another couple here. It was a really slow, and then you'd lose them and then they'd come back, and then it wasn't a consistent climb. So finally, after a year and a half, I decided to commit to going to an event. And it sounds cliche. I'm sure you guys have all heard it before, but that event literally changed my life. Now I had a team at the time. I was a Royale agent. So I did have a small team, and I went to this event and not a single person went with me. And I share that because there might be some of you right now that have a team and your team may not be willing to go to the event yet, right? Or maybe you don't have a team yet, and maybe you're going, I don't really want to go on my own. I went on my own, and the event literally changed my life. I had been around for 3 events before that, okay? So Tracy, our Red Diamond, went to those events. She attended every single event. She shared the information with me. And you know what I saw? I saw information on paper. I read it, I understood it, and I was like, okay, this is great. This is the promotion. This is what's happening. But when I went to that event, I felt it. It was in me. I had a higher belief. I knew the promotions through and through. I saw what kind of success we could have. You know, whenever there was new products released, I knew everything I needed to know about them because they had people on stage that were sharing. I had that information coming into my ears. I wasn't playing a game of telephone, hoping that I was getting the right message from the people that were sharing it with me down the line after they had seen it on stage. So attending events is 100% a must. It's not a maybe, it's a must. Learn from my mistakes. Don't wait. Jump on the plane if you can. Get there. If you cannot get there, stream it live.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Training is the key. And that's one of the biggest things that we've done to build our business too, is getting from event to event. We've learned, you know, the more people you have at the training, whether it's live or virtual, you know, the more people you have, we're all on the same game plan to be able to build from that next event, the next event. And guys, we know the world's opening up. Okay. Some of it's not open up yet, as we know. So whatever you can get to, you know, if you can't get physically here, get your ticket definitely for Elevate, because I know there's going to be some incredible things happening there. All right. So share with me, will you, Nicole, tell us about what are some of your favorite products? I know you probably have a few. I don't know, maybe more than that, but share with us a few of them that you have that you would like to share with us.
For sure. So what I'm going to share is what I believe that every woman should have. Okay. So first of all, clarifying mud mask. If you have not gotten this one yet, 100% must. Why? Because this is the one that I tried and that started my business. It kicked everything into high gear. If you have not tried it yet, try it. And once you do, let me know what you thought too. Okay. Next one, hair mask. Especially like this past year, this was the best thing because it's like a spa in the bottle, right? So it's like you're getting to the salon when maybe the salons were closed. You come out, your hair is so soft, smooth, shiny after you go to the salon. Same thing, same treatment right at home. The other thing, peeling gel. If you haven't used this yet, this one is a must. Last one for the ladies, mascara. Okay. If you don't have this one yet, you need to try it. It will blow every other mascara you have ever tried out of the water. And here's the other thing. If you're going to convention, make sure you have this. I have unfortunately not been to a Marcasetta training in person yet, but I know that at conventions that I've gone to in the past, I've usually shed a few tears, right? I'm also an extremely like emotional person. I cry if I get too happy, too sad, too excited, like anything. But when I cry with this mascara on, you can't even tell it. I don't have the panda eyes. I have nothing to worry about. So as soon as that session's done, wipe my tears, moving on, and I can still go out for lunch looking great.
I agree. My mascara, I don't know if you can see it. It's there. I absolutely love the mascara. Oh, definitely. I love all the ones that you talked about too. So I know you're building your business and you've built it for several years now. And, you know, right now, I know a lot of us are building from Zooms and all that. Some of us are actually doing some in live events. They've even started, you know, doing, you know, smaller live events as we keep going and opening up the world. But what are you doing maybe that you could share like with everybody on the tips you're doing to build your business right now, or things that are working for you in building the business?
So yeah, I love that. The first thing is obviously Zooms. We're doing a lot of those because that's really the only way that we can connect closely in person. The other thing is making sure that we're plugging into the systems, whether it's from your team or from the company itself, whatever is going on. We have business overviews that are happening every day from the company. I believe it's 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I don't know what time zones you guys are all on, but I'm Mountain Standard Time. So it's 7 p.m. my time, as well as they have one for the NFR markets happening at noon. And the best thing to do is to plug people into those, or if your team has specific ones, into the business overviews. And here's the reason why. I've been able to build an international organization, and I was able to build into Australia like a long time ago, basically when they first started. And, you know, I was able to build over there. And the only way I was able to do that was by being connected with the people and learning every single thing that was happening. Okay, every single thing. I was making sure that I had all the information, that I could relay it to my team. And so I was doing that. But now with all of these other countries opening, guess what? My brain cannot memorize all of that information. It really can't. And I also know if I plug my people in, so for instance, I have a team that's going to be starting in South Africa. How did I get them? I said, is anybody doing, this was before we had the NFRs. I asked if anybody was doing presentations in South Africa. So I met an incredible woman. She may be on here today. And she sent me this Zoom link that they were doing. So guess what? I plugged my people in there, and then now they plug their people in there. So instead of me having to memorize every single thing, because if you try, you'll die. Okay, you're not physically going to die, but your brain just can't handle all that information. So following the systems, whatever it is. The other thing that we do is we have a weekly Zoom where we're actually like where we show the products, because when beforehand we built our business all in person, right? When we could actually put the products on people, as soon as they try it, it's game over. They're in, they're buying it. You know, once they get that on their skin, just like every single one of us, after we bought or tried the products, we were all in, game over, it's done, right? We're all in, we're going to share these. But we've been doing them online, and it's been great because they get to see and experience a little bit of the products, and then hearing the testimonials. We try and make sure that the testimonials we have on are just from customers. And we found that's been extremely powerful, because when people know, when I'm sharing, they know that there's a dollar bill attached to that, right? So they know there's that dollar bill, because it's not that it's not known that I have that business. But when we have customers who are coming on there who have absolutely nothing to gain besides the fact that they just want to share their story, that's been great. So why I say that is because if you have accumulated customers, ask for referrals. That is going to be one of the best ways that your business can grow with you doing the least amount of work for it, because they're going to open you up into a circle, which if it was any other time, they would have put you in a room of people, right? You would have been doing a wow party is what we call them. But if we can't do that, you ask that person to just give you a referral, whether they post it on their social media, if it's Instagram, Facebook, and they tag you in it. That is going to start to grow your business organically there. So that's my tips. Those are some of the things that we've been doing to try to really master that online world right now.
That's awesome. I was actually looking at some of your Instagram posts or Facebook posts that you had, and I'm like, that's where I'm like, I know she's gonna talk about the mud mask because that was on there, and giving the building the business right now through Zooms obviously is what a lot of us are doing, and you've had success with that. And I'll share that's what we've been doing right now too, is we've started opening up, but when we're with people and we put the peeling gel on or the magnetic mask, and they go like this, and it's like, wow. And it literally, they say wow, and I don't want to even prep them on saying wow, and they say wow. And I think that's just incredible. I loved our products. I love that you get excited, I get excited, like you get excited, and we've been using them, and like you've been using them for a long time, and you're so excited about still the products that we have. And so that makes me even more excited about what we have. So why don't we share as we come to an end? I know, ladies, this has been amazing. Share anything you want with us, leave the ladies with whatever you feel you want to leave with them, tonight. Any last thoughts or things to share with them tonight?
You bet. So what I would like to say to finish off tonight is whatever you tell yourself will become truth. So whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. If you want to be like me and hide your box for 2 months and tell yourself that you're not meant for this, that you can't do it, whatever kind of stories you tell yourself, because guess what? I've told myself a lot of really negative stories along the way. Every time, they say every level a different devil. And if we start to believe that, or we allow ourselves that to come into our mind, the universe is going to make that right. So what I ask today is to just believe in yourself. Think about back to when you were a little kid or when you were raising your babies. Okay. So when you were raised, if you're a mom and you have babies, or maybe if you've seen your, family raising babies, or maybe you remember when you were a kid, the first thing you did, one of the first things you did is you started to crawl, and then you learned to walk. So you started to crawl, and then you learned to walk. And 99% of you never got up on the first try and said, I'm just going to walk, and you started running all around town. It didn't happen that way. It took a lot of times. Now imagine if while you tried to get up, your mom came down and pushed you down and said, do not stand up. You're not good enough for that yet. Don't you try walking. How dare you try to walk? This is not what you should be doing right now. You're only supposed to be crawling. I don't want you to walk. This isn't for you. The next day you try to get up again because you see maybe you've got big sisters or brothers, or you see your mom and dad and they're all walking, and you try to get up again. And maybe this time your dad pushes you down and he says, don't even try this. This is not for you. I don't know who told you that this is for you, but this is not what you should be doing. We would never, ever do that to our kids. And if our parents had ever done that to us, we probably wouldn't have listened. We would have stood up, because we know that that's the way that evolution goes. We would have stood up. We would have started walking, no matter how many times people push us down. And while I told that story, I wonder if any of you thought, I pushed myself down, right? How many times have I said to myself, you know what? What if my friends are right? What if I'm not meant to do this? What if this isn't for me? I see all these other people having success. They can do it, but you know what? It's not for me. Maybe I should push myself down. Maybe I should never walk. Maybe I shouldn't get up. Don't live that story. Instead, be the kid. Stand up. Do it. Keep doing it anyway. It is your evolution. If you stick with this long enough, you do the work, I promise you, it will pay off. It might not pay off tomorrow. It might take you a year. It might take you 5 years. But at the end of the day, if it even takes you 20 years to get to Crown Royale and get $1 million bonus, is it worth getting up every time after you fall? Next time you try to tell yourself that maybe you can't do it, think about that. Think about yourself pushing a little baby down. Ask yourself if you would ever do it. And if the answer is no, then don't do it to yourself.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was absolutely amazing, Nicole. I know that that you're passionate about what you do, and we're so excited to be able to work with you and be partners and build this together, especially globally as we continue to grow this, especially meet you in person, hopefully on a beach. Like I said, Nadine and all of us will meet up on a beach, and that would be so much fun. So, you know, we appreciate you. We appreciate your time. I know you have an incredible energy and passion for Secret and the community, and just from spending some time with you tonight, ladies, I just want you to know how amazing Nadine and Nicole are and be able to bring that energy, just a little bit of their passion and excitement to share with you their stories. So we appreciate you being here tonight. And so thank you. So guys, let's give a big round of applause, shout out, you know, fire signs, however you want to do that on Facebook or Zoom. I don't know how y'all do that, but that's good. So thank you so much. So guys, as we wrap out the call tonight, I just want to remind everyone we have Elevate coming up, and I know we've all mentioned it a little bit through the call tonight, but we have a handful of days until we all see each other in person or virtual. So secretelevate.com, get your ticket now. Mark Aceta is the company trainer, and he will be leading the event with the trainers that are chosen to train at this event. And so I'm excited to be able to learn, to be able to grow my business. And I hope you are just as excited to grow your business too, because like Nicole said, you got to get up and you do it. You got to make the choice and put effort into your business. I know every day consistency is the key, and we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You know, I wish I was perfect and I'm not, but that's okay. We're not here to be perfect. We're just here to do the best that we can possibly do. And if all we can do is just share what we have, you know, we're excited about it. We hope people get just as excited as we do, which most people do. And so I want you to know how much I love Secret. I love the product. I love the community. I love the people. Isaac Ben-Shabbat, the owner of Secret, is absolutely the most amazing person. He has dedicated to his life to having Secret in all the houses across the world. And so we're here to help him live that dream along with our dreams at the same time. So those of you on here, go out, get your ticket, share our products, share the amazing things that we have. We look forward to obviously seeing the travelers on the beaches coming up soon. If you have not tried some of the products, maybe you have it all pack. Maybe you just have the wellness pack or the wow pack or whatever it is that you have. Try something more, you know, get out of the comfort zone on, you know, maybe the nutrition wasn't for you, but maybe you should try something with the nutrition. Guys and girls, we both use skincare. Even the guys have a skin line. So, you know, ladies, we know a lot of men. All right, let's have them try the men's line along with what we love. So I'm gonna wrap up tonight. Let me check the time. We're doing good. All right, guys. So ladies, I should say ladies. Looking forward to seeing you all next week. For those of you being live in Dallas, those of you around the globe, we love you. We can't wait to see you. If you're not attending this, we look forward to seeing you virtually on the live filming of it. Hopefully I'll wave and you'll see me. I don't know, maybe you will, but if not, that's okay. Big hugs to you all. And thank you, Kimberly, for all the amazing work do behind the scenes to help set this up along with the other amazing ladies. So we're going to wrap that up tonight. Everyone go out, make it an incredible week. It's only Wednesday. We have until Monday. I call it Money Making Mondays because we push till that day as we close out. That's our Friday, Monday nights. And so let's do a big push to the end of this next week, and we will see you next week. So bye for now.